What's up, y'all? I'm Shakesha Divine. I wanted to stop through real quick, get another quick message with my transformational oracle deck, right? Because we got a lot of transformational energy that's going on right about now. This right now is a perfect time for you to begin setting intentions on how you can take your transformation energy and let it propel you to where it is you going moving forward. We got the sun and moon in Aquarius along with Pluto and Mercury. We talking about big Aquarian energy, baby. And Aquarian energy is really tapping us into higher levels of awareness, right? This is that unity consciousness energy, right? And this is also that energy that helps us to really tap in and tune in to the technology, right? Upgrading on the technology. I almost, lost my thought for a second there. Let me stop before I keep going on with that, because I want to give thanks to that A-Team. They helped me to be able to be a clear and intuitive channel, because I'll forget this shit real quick, you understand? So let me stop and give them some gratitude real quick for helping me along in delivering this particular message. I call them my A-Team. My A-Team is the ancestors. They're the spiritual advisors. You might call them guides. They're the angels, the archangels, and the ascended masters. They come through working with us for our highest and greatest good, helping us stay in alignment for this thing we call ascension out here in these streets, and they help us protect us in some powerful ways. And so not really showing them no gratitude got me being all the way out of line, especially when they help me in delivering these particular messages, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards, see what this message is Spirit got for you, and then I'm going to go on about my merry way. Spirit wants to make sure that you're taking the next step. So these butterflies that's coming through, I like these butterflies coming through because they really definitely hold that transformation energy, no doubt, huh? Anyway, the take the next step now card is coming through. The Spirit is really asking you to really make sure that you are in this space of bold confidence, right? This is what's going to help you in taking the next step. One of the things that just gave me a quick visualization of that Fool's Journey, the Fool card, right? See, this is all about you having that confidence to be able to move forward, not really knowing what's going on, right? Not really knowing what's going to happen next. We can't predict that, right? But this is just having that confidence in moving forward, right? Because when you seek, baby, you will find. And so this particular butterfly is coming in with that seeking and finding energy, right? Because when you get out there and you start looking for what it is you're looking for, I promise you, you're gonna mess around and find out, right? And so this particular butterfly, not bird, my bad, is really asking us to get out there and really begin moving outside of this black and white thinking, the traditional thinking, right? And find you some colorful individuals to connect with, right? Because those is the folks that will help you to move past a lot of the energies that you've been dealing with. 2024 was a rough year, right? And then this particular year that we moving into, we gonna see a lot of twists and turns in the plan, right? But understand that this is happening for us, absolutely, and not to us, okay? And so this is an opportunity for us to process, right? And move past a lot of the things that's hurt us in the past, right? So we ain't holding on to that charge of energy, right? And so this grief work card is coming through in a powerful, inauspicious way, right? Reminding us how important it is to go back to the roots of the situation that got us in a space that where our head is gotten us looking at folks with a little bit of skepticism and everything, allowing us to open our hearts so that we're receptive to folks that's around us at the end of the day, and hope and being able to make those positive connections with the folks that's around us. That's where I'm trying to go with that, right? Because see, at the end of the day, this is all about moving forward, right? And sometimes when you leave stuff behind, you got to retire a lot of the old ideas and the old ways of doing things, right? Because we stepping out in some new energy, right? Because of course we taking some new steps, right? We taking the next step right at this particular time. So that means we retiring the old and moving on to the new. And so this retirement card is coming through, reminding you about really taking your steps into moving towards some new ideas, putting away the old, setting up for the new, right? Because this is what's going to help us to move forward in that transformative process, right? Because when you go out there looking for that stuff that you need in your life, when you're looking for new connections, new people, new places, new things, new situations, when you seek, I assure you, you will find. But you got to move past all of that old grief and all of that old sadness, right? Because if not, what you're doing is putting yourself in alignment for going on another cycle where you go learn a new lesson on grief and sadness, right? So you want to raise that frequency up just a little bit, healing that, right? Doing that work, right? To go back and collect yourself from that particular time it is before, right? Forgiving yourself, because it's not necessarily about them, you understand. It's really about how we didn't show up at the end of the day, right? And that's okay, because we do what we can with what we know, and when we know better, we do better, you heard? And so this grief work is coming through in a most auspicious way, just reminding us again that we really got to recognize how folks get down. This is human nature at the end of the day. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, right? And so when we process that, we move forward. We move forward wiser, we move forward smarter, and we come back stronger, and our connections, right, are really more supportive at the very end of the day. So this is what's going to help us to retire that old way of doing, that old cycle of doing that wasn't working with us, right? But we got to take the next step now. I hope that helped you out. Peace, light, and love.